Good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Today's guest we have Mubashir Gregory Mubashir Mitchell, and we have his son, Terrence Mitchell. We have a team here today that we want to bring on, and we want to let the audience see what a returned citizen and a son coming back united together after 27 years in prison. So we want to welcome to the show Gregory Mubashir and Terrence Mitchell. Welcome to the show, my brother.
Hello, how you doing, sir? All right.
Welcome to the show.
All right.
Brother Amin, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Yes, sir.
Yes, we we have this show here, and it's for returned citizens coming home from prison. And every now and then we have a father and son team come on. Me and my son came on the air some months ago and talk about the effect that it had on him, me being gone for 27 years and 9 months. So we want to bring on a father and son, and I'm able to talk to the father and son, opposed to me talking to my son, and see how the reunite of father and son after a long period of time, and the effect that it had on the son, the father being gone. So, welcome to the show again.
Welcome to.
And I want to tell you, welcome home, my brother.
Thank you very much.
So glad to see you on this side of the fence.
Man, it's a pleasure.
Yeah.
Yes.
I get goosebumps, talking to you because we went through a whole lot
Right.
to get here. They didn't just give it to us. We went through a whole lot getting there, but we made it.
Yes.
So we on this side of the fence. Now, my brother, getting to you, you did 27 years in prison.
Yes.
Okay, and you have your son here today, Terrence.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, Terrence, when your father went to prison, you was a young man, a kid.
Yes, I was a kid at the point.
You was a kid. How old were you when your father went to prison?
I was about 8 years old.
8 years old.
Yes.
Could you remember when your father went to prison? Could you remember that?
Yes, I can remember.
You remember that? Okay. And your father went into the system, and you continued living. You kept living and growed up, and it came to the point in life to where you was your own self-man.
Yes.
Yeah. You had to stand up on your own 2 feet because Pop wasn't there.
Yes.
Right. So you had to be the man.
Yeah, it was a rough road. It was a real rough road. There was a lot of things that was going on at the point of time to where I could have made it to prison.
Right. Right.
I had to sacrifice a lot to be humble and, keep my eyes open and pay attention to everything I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for my humbleness.
Yeah. Well, you had some bumps. Okay, and your father was incarcerated. Now, were you in communication with your father at the time?
Yes, I always stayed in communication because my mom was married to him for a 10-year or 15-year of his sentence. So we would go to Calipatra, we would go to everywhere, It was like a rough road. Sometimes I wouldn't have the right clothes on. I would have to change the clothes and wait outside a long time, get your visit suspended on a holiday because it's somebody else that want to get in. Have to, cherish that it was a family visit. At that time, when they took the family visit away, it took the family apart.
Yeah,
when they took the family visits away from the lifers, that's when it took the family apart.
Yeah. Now, Mubashir, Gregory Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
Mubashir, you came to prison when your son was 8 years old, and you came into a system where it was crazy.
Yes.
It was crazy, and you left your family and you wound up in prison. What do you recall back when you first went to prison about your family, about your child, about your wife? What do you recall about all that's gone now?
Mm-hmm.
I'm in prison, and they pretty much out there.
Well, I felt, it was ambivalence with me. I mean, I felt a love-hate relationship with myself because I felt that I had failed him, failed the family. And and by doing that, I was kind of hard on myself, too, because no one forced me to do what I did,
Right.
and because I didn't have to do what I did.
Right.
So leaving him and his brother and his mother was very difficult for me because, like I said, on the last segment I was here, it took 2 seconds to pull a trigger, but it took me 27 years to get out of prison.
Right.
So it was very hurtful for me to leave them or felt that I had abandoned them, which I did by making that one simple mistake.
Well, we go into the system one way, we come out another way, you know. And you went into the system, and that's something that you had to live with for 27 years, that you abandoned your family, your child, you know. And that's something that plays a regular picture show in your head on a daily basis. Think about that child, think about what he's doing, think about certain things. And then when you hear things about him getting in trouble, you say, oh my goodness, what'd I do?
Right.
You know, give me something about that, man.
Well, Terrence was really not a bad kid that got in trouble, but he had a couple of brushes of trouble. I think one time when I seen him, he got hit in the foot with somebody that did a drive-by, and he got hit in the foot. So when I seen him, he was on crutches. So that had a profound effect on me. You know, I always try to give him good advice,
Right.
you know, and that good advice now, what he is now, he's probably one of my greatest supporters. You know, he's one of my greatest supporters. You know, he's been
Yeah, I
to
try to support him.
Yeah.
You know.
he's been to events,
Yeah.
you know, to mayoral events that we did over at a friend's house, Jackie White and his brother Ralph White. Some other events that he went to at the Civic Auditorium in Stockton, California, where they were purging records, and we met a few good people there. You know, we went to the Stockton Arena last night, and they had a free basketball game for the semi-pro team there. So he's been moving up in the direction of wanting to be in a different type of atmosphere. So he's been a great asset to me.
And I also got my own promotion thing going, NT the Great Entertainment also.
Right on.
So where I've been throwing parties for the last couple of years also.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's a self-made business, an idea that I came up with. I started doing house parties in Conway homes on Houston Street. That's where it started at.
Right.
We was doing it for the fun. It was a weekend thing. You know, there wasn't nothing else to do. At that point in time, we was like abandoned from clubs and everything else. So we was just the after party crew. So you guys had to come to us. You know what I mean? Your woman was gonna be out there. We was gonna have a good time.
Right.
So I noticed that we was always gonna be a party crew. You know what I mean? So I started taking it personal with the talent that we had. We always had rappers. We always had everything that everybody else had, but we always had parties. So that's what made me come into where, well, I want to put some foundation on this partiness, though, to keep the tradition alive of my neighborhood. Because as I let it go down on the way that the streets is now, it won't keep going. So that's what made me come up with NT the Great Entertainment.
Right on, right on. That's right on, man. That's right on. That's you kind of sharp. You got different pop. You pop sharp.
Yeah.
You just keep on watching. Be sharp.
Yeah.
You know, so you got different pops. Keep on doing what you're doing because see, you're doing things that's already designed for you to do. Everything you're doing is already set.
Yeah.
Right.
And
But
he also
now-
was a DJ himself.
Yes, yes. But now you have a model, you know, that can kind of keep you on the straight path, okay? Because what you've done, what you're doing, he's done already, right? So he can kind of keep you on the straight path, and you're gonna be all right.
I believe
You're
so
gonna be
too.
all right, right? Because you got hustle in you.
Oh yeah, I got hustle.
You got hustle in
You know, I got a lot of
but
hustle.
now you got it to the point where it's gonna be legal hustle.
Yeah, it's gonna be a legal hustle.
Yeah.
You know, is this that how the game has changed lately? You know what I mean? His name's been dropped every second of the day.
Sure,
you know what I mean?
sure.
So, if I can rap about something that I did, and everybody like what it sound like, what you think they thinking?
That's
You
right.
know what I mean?
That's right.
It's more 21 Jump Street than regular human beings. You
That's
know what I
right.
mean? So I don't want to be the one. I don't want to be the one. I'm the good apple off the bunch.
That's right.
My dad and my brother then gave 30 years up, and I got other family members that gave calendars.
Right.
So I look at what they did. I look at how he got his case. I look at how he got his case. I look at how she did something, how they did something, and I analyze everything to keep my humbleness. You know what I mean? It be times where I'm ready to relapse and take myself in a position to where I know that I may not come home. But at the end of the day, I just go take a walk on the beach.
There you go. There you go. Learn by other folks' mistakes, not by
Yes.
yours. You know, and move on. Mubashir, you're home now. You've been on what, about 4 or 5 months?
Yeah, going approximately 4 months and a half, something like that. 4 months, 2 weeks, something like that.
2 weeks. And you reunited with your son.
Yeah, with him, my family. You know, I still haven't met a lot of family members, but we didn't bury two.
Since you've been home.
Yeah, we had 2 funerals, really 3. Another one, his auntie died recently. So I was faced with those adversities. You know, my sister died, then my brother died, then his auntie died. So it's one of those type of things. Within 4-month period, I had 3 funerals. So, you know, to those brothers who are getting out to the streets, you know, they got to understand, or it would behoove them to understand that those obstacles and these are everyday events out on the free world. And they're not going to come to you, arrive ahead of time and let you know that someone's getting ready to die, because we don't have that power, of course. But when you're dealing with these circumstances, you got to have a strong will to understand that these are just part of life circumstances. And then within them circumstances, you keep striving for your goals and your visions. Oh yeah, it's going to be tough times. You know, you're going to be on the brink of being broke almost. But you just keep striving for your goals that you've been striving for all these years. You know, and to have my son on the show is really, I'm ecstatic about that. You know what I mean? And then spending a lot of time with you. I remember the last time I seen you, you was in some gym clothes coming from the gym, you know, telling me that, you know, prison is not a good place to be. You know,
one of my favorite sayings.
Yeah, you know, prison is not a good place to be. You know, we got to get out of here, you know. So now we on the show. In a very short period of time, now we are sending messages out to people, and hopefully these messages that we send out to them gives them hope.
Right, exactly. Well, we're trying, as we speak, we're trying to get these interviews back in the prison. Right, we got a brother that's working in Old Folsom, trying to get in Old Folsom and DVI. We're trying to get to there because they need to be seen. You know, they need to be seen for the simple fact, like you said, it gives people that's lost hope. A lot of people on the other side has lost hope. You know, they say, well, I've been in the board 20 times.
Right.
Ain't got no action. I ain't never going home. You know, so we got to give them hope that you can come home and you can make a difference once you get out here in a short period of time.
Right.
You know, it don't have to be a long period of time, short period of time. So we want a father and son. We want to commend y'all for being together.
Oh yeah,
really for being together.
It's just like one moment you'll see me, then you'll look up and you'll see him. Then they expect us to, you know, keep it going. So we're gonna keep it going, and then we both look alike. So they'll be like, "Is that your brother?" You know, that's my dad.
I know the other night when I got on the phone, I thought I was talking to Mubajir. I thought he was still on the phone. It was you.
Yeah, it was me.
He said, "Could you play the Dilla Davis?" No, you was still on the phone. I was talking to you. You know, but you had James talks on the phone. But you know, it's good. It's good. You know, you guys have a bond. You have a relationship. You know, a lot of people come home from prison and have children and lose them.
Yeah, it's just
lose them.
It's just kind of hard when you know that somebody was doing good, you know, for you and your family, and then you get took out the game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because it's easy for me to just leave today and just say I don't want to be humble no more.
Exactly.
And then I can be doing the same thing as you guys.
Exactly.
So when I look up and wake up at the end of the day and look at all the things that I let go and to the new life that I'm living in, I smile because it's nothing that's gonna make me mad. So when people see me smiling, I'm just joyful. You know what I mean?
We accept the good, bad, and ugly.
Yeah.
And they're different.
Yeah.
Right? Because see, the most important part about this here, Mubashir, is that we on this side of the fence, on this side of the wall. We know some people that ain't never gonna make it back.
Oh yeah, and you know, when I was talking to you coming across the Bay Bridge, you know, just 4 months ago or even longer than that, maybe say 6 months ago, I was driving in a CDC bus over the Bay Bridge. You know, now I'm driving in a car over the Freight Bridge. So whatever kind of car I'm in, it doesn't matter if it's a Benz or a Cadillac.
It doesn't matter. You're doing it.
The scenery is the same.
That's right.
Whether I'm driving in your Benz, the scenery is the same. Whether I'm driving in his van, the scenery is the same. If I'm driving in her Nissan, the scenery is the same. It's a greater scenery being free than driving on a bus handcuffed.
Yes.
And that's the objective.
Yes.
The objective is to get out in this world, in this capitalistic society, and find your niche or niche in it and provide for your family.
Do that, right.
You know, but it's going to take a certain amount of wisdom. And, you know, we talked about knowledge the last time we were here.
Mm-hmm.
So the more knowledge that you incur, the more chances that you have to being successful.
Exactly.
But even if you have knowledge, say we have degrees all the way to Mecca. Even if we have degrees all the way to Mecca, the farthest point from here to Saudi Arabia,
Mm-hmm.
you know, even if we have that type of degree knowledge, it's still not going to do you any good when you find yourself in a pressure situation where it may cause for you to commit another crime. So the knowledge is one thing, the application is another.
Exactly, exactly. Well, you know, we go into to a system. You know, we go into a system where all kind of stuff, man. We leave from the cesspool that we was once in, because we lived in the cesspool before we went to prison, and then we left the cesspool, then we went to hell, because we went to hell. I mean, we went to hell. We done seen some stuff that people don't normally see in life, you know. And then we got to the point to where they kicked us out of hell and sent us back to society and said, what you gonna do with your life now, right? So we made it back to a point to where failure is not an option in no kind of way. You know, we see people that come in and they go out. They come in and they go out. And they come in and go out. What the hell wrong with you? What's wrong with you? People just come in and say, Elamine, I'm back. And I used to get upset. Because you telling me you back and you frowning at me and laughing and giggling because I ain't made it out. Right? What, you want me to give you a damn party? You made it back. You know what I mean? I mean, I just get upset about it. But I understand now. Because I'm out, and I understand that my focus in life and their focus in life is completely different.
Right.
Right? See, Allah makes things in stages. Right? And He put us in points where we got stages that we got to go through to get to where we're going. Right? Because we're only here for a short period of time.
Right.
We're coming through. It's like a way station. You know, and we're going to be here for a short period of time. But while we here, young man, while we here on this earth, in this life, get all you can get out of it. Everything you can get out of it, right? And use it to your advantage, but don't hurt nobody doing it.
Yeah, it's just all the sacrifice though. If you playing basketball, you got to sacrifice to learn how to do a jump shot.
Exactly.
As you driving cars, you got to sacrifice so you don't get into no car wreck.
Exactly.
As you in a game, you got to sacrifice to make the money for your family, for the bills. You know what I mean? As you a player, you got to sacrifice your lifestyle for your living expenses. You know what I mean? Because it costs a lot to do that.
Exactly.
You know? So.
But you said a few things that don't have to make no sense. Is that the in the game, in the player, leave that alone.
Okay.
In the future.
Yeah.
In the future,
I ain't worried about it.
No, I'm saying it for a fact, for a reason now. I'm saying, listen, I'm saying it for a reason. Give some game, some wisdom. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm saying it for a reason because see, the player. I don't know not one player retired.
Is that right?
I don't know not one gang member retired.
Yeah.
Can't go down and get a check or go to get some medical. And no, you can't do it. You get to the point where you bend over walking down the street, you might have your 40 in your hand or whatever, and you lost everything. Even the broad that you had, the woman you had, you lost.
Oh yeah, you can lose that.
You see what I'm saying? So what you do is in this life, what you do in this life is to live every day with meaning. Get you a woman, get you a nice woman, you young man, get you a nice woman, and put some babies in her and have some kids. I
got old kids. I don't need no more.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just giving you a little something. But live a meaningful life. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I got that under
control. Live a meaningful
control.
life, and you on a good road.
Yeah.
You got Pop behind you on a good road. You can't lose. If you stick with him, shoot, ain't no end.
Yeah,
because he come from tall timber.
Y'all know the energy and the energy and the structure that he got is just like amazing though. You know, it's just amazing though. You know, it's just amazing. It's this energy and structure. You know what I mean?
That's cool, man. I like that. Boy, I tell you, I got to get my son back on the show.
Right.
That's cool. It really is. I got goosebumps right now.
Yeah.
I got goosebumps right now because, like I say, we got a lot of people that come from prison. They don't have no relationship with the kids. Kids don't have nothing to do with them.
Right.
Because they've been gone, and you don't know me, and it's cool that y'all can sit down and y'all can be suited and y'all can talk, and you can talk about your father. You giving him cool jewels,
Yeah.
you know, and that's cool.
Right.
You know what I mean? So move on here. What? How you feel, man?
I feel great. I mean, you know, it's, you know, the world is not painted beautifully when you've been gone for a period of time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, everything is steps and stages, like you say. So each day that I get up, I'm just thankful for that.
Yeah.
I start off by being thankful for that.
Yeah.
You know, because it's the small things. You know, like I always say, that little, like, you know, it was a song that Janet Jackson used to sing, and she used to say, "It's the little things that mean so much to me."
Yeah.
You know, in the Quran, it talks about the lakanud. It talks about how ungrateful man is, an ingrate,
Yeah.
an ingrate. So he is always unthankful for the little things.
Yeah.
His coffee ain't too hot.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really thinking on a piping hot coffee,
Yeah.
but I really don't want to complain about it. You know what I mean? So there are certain things about life that I want to have, and there's certain standards of the way I want to live.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I can't complain about it.
Right.
You know, I got to keep striving to get that, to establish that, and maintain it, sustain it. And sometimes I have to be patient and humble, like my son say, because humility will always take you further away
Yes, it will.
than a man that is arrogant,
Yes, it will.
you know, or haughty, so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know, with my side and a good woman that we have in the studio,
Can't lose.
you know, how can I go wrong?
Can't lose. Can't lose. Well, we wanna bring y'all back. We wanna bring y'all back on the show because we got a father and son team here now, you know, and we got something to look forward to. We want to bring y'all back on the show, maybe tomorrow.
Okay.
You know, and we gonna switch it around. We gonna talk about y'all now on the show. I'm gonna stay out of it. So we want to thank you for looking at the show this evening. We want to thank the father and the son team for coming on the show this evening. We brought them into your living rooms and your bedrooms and your garages and wherever you got a television, and you saw the aftermath and the before. You know, father going to prison when the son was 8. Grown man now. You know, he's doing his own thing, thinking for himself. You know, so we want to bring them back and allow them to talk, them to have a discussion on the show. So stay tuned to the Wendell Elamine James Show. And as I always state, in an hour from now, this will be on YouTube, so you can look at it all around the world and tell us what you think. So give me some feedback and call in to the show and let me know what you think. Tomorrow, rather Thursday night, we have a live show from Chicago to San Francisco. We've been doing this for the last 5 months, talking about the system in Chicago, CDCR in Chicago. They haven't had a budget in 2 years, and they just recently signed the budget. We don't know what they're going to do about the prison, putting the programs back in the prison, but they haven't had a budget in 2 years. They've taken all the programs out of CDC in Illinois. So we want to bring this show to Chicago and allow the brothers in Chicago to talk about Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, and the system. So we want to thank you for being on the show. And on the 24th of this month, 24th this month, we got a support circle in Oakland, California, for the formerly incarcerated. And I want to bring that on and I'll just let you take a look at that. But we got a show that's for the formerly incarcerated support circle. We got women and men sit around and we want to talk about the issues that we have coming home from prison. Relationships, how to have a relationship with your woman, with your man. You know, we want to talk about stuff that we have serious problems with right now. And a lot of men, a lot of women are having problems coming home from prison with their spouses right now. So we want to be able to talk about that and try to give some solutions to how we can come home and have a smooth relationship with our spouse. So the flyer is on your screen there. That's the address, that's the time, and you'll be able to come out and take part of the support circle every month in 2018. So I want to thank you for looking at the show tonight, and stay tuned. Give me some feedback. Thank you. Have a good evening.